everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Gladys Aguirre for another Tuesday morning sip and talk. My cup is see the good. This is what I needed to be resonating with me. See the good. So welcome again. I'm Gladys Aguirre. I'm the founder of Ignite Within. And today on the Sip and Talk and on any of the Sip and Talks, I have special guests. And I have one that I'm really excited about having today, Miss Wendy Ellen. And our topic today with Wendy is going to be working from home. How's that working for you? And that's also the title of her book that's going to be coming out in October, and we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. But Wendy, welcome, 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 girl.
Thank you, sweet girl. I got this show today because you know what? When push comes to shove, we just got to laugh a little, right?
We got to laugh even when you don't feel like laughing, just smile and just,
yep.
You know, there's this laugh therapy out there. I think that's really good and awesome for people. We have to get it however we can get it. You guys, to keep putting one foot in front of the other is what I say, right, Wendy?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you can do.
So, Wendy, welcome to the Tuesday morning Sip and Talk. How are you this morning?
I'm great. Great. It's a little chilly here, so I have a turtleneck sweater on. I'm so excited.
I was freezing last night. I'm telling you, but I love the cool weather, so I'm happy about it.
Me too.
But
here's the thing. Like I was in denial in the first couple of months at Gladys. I kept thinking, oh, come on, this can't last this long. This is going to go away. I'll get back on a stage in 2020. I really was. I was having a hard time. I'm not going to lie. I was like the rest of the people trying to figure it out. And then when I realized Marty's moving into my home, Marty's moved his office into this house and he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. This is the way it's going to look. I thought, okay, what does the world now need that I have to offer? And the need was, oh my God, everybody's now working from home and nobody knows how to do it.
And working from home differently. So when you talk about working from home, how's that working for you? What's been some of the problems and the pain points that you've heard from the people that you've been talking to about now being, I think, just kind of pushed into this environment? You know, I don't think that there was really a choice that people had. Are either going to work from home or you got to go into the office and then you have to, you know, have some sacrifices there. But, you know, we didn't have a choice. It was, this is the way that it is. Right.
So here's the first thing I say. I hope you like your family. That's the first thing I say, right?
Find the good.
The first thing I talk about, and this is one of the chapters, one of the things in the chapters I talk about is what I call my 3 R's: reassess, realign, and restart. And it's exactly what I had to do when this whole experience happened. I had to stop and reassess. Okay, I have a business where I'm growing my business from a speaking platform. So how do I now do what I do where I can't live get in front of people?
Yeah.
So I want everyone out there to know this. We're all in this together. I mean, you hear this all the time, but the reality of it is we really are all in this together. No one is dealing with this and no one's situation is any different other than what their home team looks like. Your home team is the team that you live and breathe right now. And that is front and center, and it has to be. The one product that I share that I think everybody needs to get is a whiteboard. And the whiteboard needs to be front and center, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's in the hallway, it doesn't matter where it is. But I recommend that everybody has a huddle with their team every morning. Having a home team huddle in the morning, starting your day, that's your new routine. You're no longer getting in a car and driving, you're huddling with your team.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I think that you have to reassess what work-life balance means to you. Because we think that I got to do 50% here and 50% there. And I'm telling you, it may change moment to moment, depending on what's going on. So relax.
So here's my thing about work-life balance. I don't believe in work-life balance, Gladys. I believe in work-life integration. And here's the thing. Stop looking for it because you're not going to find it. You have to create it. You got to create that work-life integration. You got to decide that at 5 o'clock today, you're going to stop working and go for a 30-minute walk. You could come back to work if you want in an hour, but you're going to stop and you're going to take care of you. Self-care needs to be way at the top of the list right now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And this work-life integration that you talk about, and I love the way that you put that, it's about how you need to integrate your life, not how you see somebody else integrating their life. And then we start comparing ourselves to other people, and then we feel guilty because, oh, well, so and so is able to spend all of this time with her kids, every day. But don't judge yourself by that. So that's wonderful tips already with what you're talking about. And so, tell me, what's some of the pain points that you've heard about with people working from home?
The first one is carving out the right space. Like, where do you find your space to work in? Like, I have the luxury of this amazing office that I sit in right now, right? It's a total Zen space. I love being in it. I've created it over 20 years. It hasn't changed. Now I have my husband working from home. And when we finally realized this was going to be long-term, we created a space for him. It doesn't have to be a closed doors and windows. There are lots of different creative ways to create a space. So I would say setting up your space is number one. And number two is creating the line between work and play, making sure that you stop and you delineate between I am now not working and I am now going to focus on making dinner or engaging with my kids or taking the dog for a walk.
Yeah, and then when you decide to take that walk with the dog or you decide to do something else, don't take work with you, to me.
Right.
But
Right.
you're spending all of this time, whether that's a job, a business, a client, it's not what you really want, to be doing. And so if that's the case, when you understand why you're so distracted, because with that distraction becomes stress, then you can start making some adjustments in your life to start living your life as you want to live it, not as someone else wants you to live it or how you think you should be living it, but how you should be living, how you should be working from home. And I know I've had to change my workplace. I have an office. I'm sitting here at my desk right now. And then I said, well, I want to put a desk in my bedroom just in case I don't feel like getting up. And so I did that. And then the whole school thing happened. And now I'm a learning coach. And so I'm sitting at the dining room table with my grandchildren, with my computer and working while they're in school so I can be there to answer questions. So be flexible, because I'm telling you, change is always happening.
You bet.
Always happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if this whole COVID thing isn't an example of shit happens, I don't know what is.
I'm telling you.
Really? Like, you can't make this stuff up.
You cannot make it up with this economic crisis, the health crisis, and I say the political crisis.
Absolutely. This is a test. This year, 2020 is a test. If you can withstand this year, you can withstand anything.
Right. I agree. And then you said the 3 R's were some tips about working from home, and you said reassess, and you talked about that, but we'll talk about realigning and restarting.
So realigning is just going, okay, this is now what it looks like at home. I have meetings on Zoom. That's going to require quiet. That's going to require privacy. Where's the best space for me to work? I don't think it's the kitchen table if it doesn't have to be. So it's like, where's the best place for you to get the quiet that you need? Like, even if it's literally changing the furniture around in your bedroom to just carve out a little corner, you got to do what you got to do. It's not forever. So realigning is just now setting yourself up, creating the space that you need once you've assessed what your home team looks like and what are their needs. It's no longer just about you. Whoever's living under your roof, they also have needs. I'm a really big firm believer in ask for what you want. Nobody's a mind reader. And so you're reassessing what the situation is now that you're home. Then you're realigning how you set up your space and everybody else's, and making sure the technology is there, and you're by an outlet and all the other things that we need. And then you're just going to restart. You're just going to literally go, okay, now I get it. And you're taking it day by day. Every day changes. Every day, Marty and I meet in the kitchen as I'm making coffee and he's having his bowl of cereal. Every morning I say, tell me what you got going on. If he knows I'm being interviewed or he knows I'm on a call, he knows that's his cue to get Ruby out of the house. He'll take Ruby for a walk, because otherwise she's going to bark or she's going to come want to be pet. Like, she just literally came in. She's now quiet under my desk. So,
yeah, I like that. Communication is key. It's key.
Yep.
It's key.
We're a team.
You don't know what it is you need, right?
We're all teams. So that's really, one of the most important things when it comes to this is being realistic about what you need, asking for it, being flexible when things change. You know, I could have a meeting and at 2 o'clock, I learn that it's canceled. So I'm now freed up. I have a whole hour. Who wants to go for a walk, right?
Right. And, we've been talking about working from home and how that relates to work and all of that. But the same things that you're talking about, reassessing, realigning, and restarting, I think it applies to every aspect of our lives. When we are not clear about what it is in our direction, or some change has come and just whacked us upside the head, and we're like, oh my gosh, we're thrown off balance. We're in that shock, that denial phase. We have to reassess. So we will constantly find ourselves in this place of change. And so I talk about ignored signals as well. These signals that we get, either internal signals, something's not right, I got all this anxiety, I'm working from home, I can't seem to get things going. Those are all signals telling you that you need to reassess, you need to realign, you need to restart. And I'm telling you, you need to make that as a part of who you are.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And so, any other tips that you want to give, about the book? How could their lives be different?
Okay. So here's the thing. When you reassess and realign and restart, you minimize the stress around the situation because you've done what you can do. It's not perfect. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for progress. Take a step, do something, look at your home team, figure out what everybody needs, figure out where everybody needs to live and work in the same space, and then just get started. It took us several months to figure out where's the best place
to get rooted.
And now he's rooted, and now it's working, and now it's working so well. There's no stress around how we're operating. I tell everybody that all the time. It's what I've been doing for 20 years. It's one thing to love what you do, and it's another to love the way you do it. And that's what it's about. It's setting up systems that work for you while you're working from home. Look at Google and Facebook and Uber. They're not even considering going back to an office until the earliest July 2021. What does that say to you?
Yeah, I agree. I'm factoring in 2021, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, you have to acknowledge that we're in this situation, accept it.
Yeah,
right?
It is what it is. But here's
and then
what
go,
are the silver linings?
Forward. Go
and
forward.
What are the silver linings? Oh my God, I have so many silver linings from this experience. Really. We get to exercise more. We get to drive less. We don't get to waste gas anymore. Sit in a car in traffic.
Because you can always see the bad in things. And I'm working on myself when it comes to this whole political process too, to see the good. And the good could be simply a lesson that I'm learning about myself and how I can change myself, because I can't change anything else out there, right?
Exactly. All you are responsible for, you are only responsible for you.
Exactly. There's been some really key messages that Wendy has given us today, because we are all slapped into this place of working from home. And there's a way to be able to do it. And the other thing that I did working from home is I had to organize. I had to declutter. When we first met and you were talking about that declutter and all of that kind of stuff, Wendy, and I just think that it's so important, because that is an opportunity that we have being at home now to declutter, to get clarity.
Yeah, that's part of the realigning. In order for you to create the space in your home, you have to make the room, which means you need to get rid of the crap that you don't need everywhere in your house. That's one of the biggest silver linings. I have so many clients that are reaching out to me. Oh my God, I've wanted to do this for years. And now that I'm home and it's staring me in the face, it is time for that crap to go.
It really, when you start sitting down at a place every day and it's like, oh my God, how did this happen? But you have to do something about it, right?
Yeah. Once you clean it out, oh my God, you guys, I just want to say this to everybody that's on this call. There is the perfect space for you to work from in your home. You just can't see it because of all the mess around you. That is the tagline of my book. Clean up your mess, set up your space, and step up your productivity.
I love it. I love it. And Wendy's book is coming out, and the name of her book is Working from Home. How's that working for you? And it's coming out October the 1st. So she has asked anybody that is hearing my voice to go to her website, wendyellen.com, and that's ELLIN, right, Ellen?
Yes, wendyellen.com.
So thank you, Wendy, for sharing your time with me. I really appreciate that. Thank you all, everybody, for joining me once again for the Tuesday morning Sip and Talk.